welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy PBK9s, giving it to you on the PBC. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always say, man, big shout out, a big salute to everybody that's checking the video out. We going live tonight. We talking about Burtons Hank and Jackson's Hank. Which of the two dogs are the best Hanks? Which of the two dogs produce which of the two families of dogs have produced better over the years? You know, and like I said, we're gonna talk about Jackson's Hank and Burton's Hank, and just look at their offspring and look at the kids, the grandkids, great grandkids, and I'm gonna say it like this. You know, before we get deep into this video, we only gonna skip one. We are allowed to skip one generation, but we're not gonna skip no more than one. And when I say that, I mean if it's a champion or a grand champion, and the next dog don't have a title on it, and the next dog is a champion, we'll move like that. But we're not gonna go two dogs, you know. Not gonna go two, but we're just gonna check out multiple offspring from both dogs and see what we come up with at the end. As far as and it's still gonna be opinionated because a lot of dogs titles weren't put on online pads or these platforms, and you know, like I said, we're just looking at the dogs and hoping that they got a title on them. And the dogs that we're talking about are all from the 80s, the 90s, you know, maybe the 70s, you know. So we're gonna get into that, man. I want to send a big shout out to Cuba Lynn Johnson down in the chat. Paul Johnson, what's going on? What's going on with your brother? Big salute to you. Shout out to you. Appreciate you dropping in tonight. I also got a couple videos that's gonna be dropping. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably drop them tomorrow. We got 117 dead dogs found at a rescue shelter. And these folk that be down in these comments, not in my chat comments, but throughout all the pitbull brothers in your comments saying, oh, talking trash about your tree huggers. You know, these tree huggers, they're not in these comments when it comes to these 117 dead dogs at a no-kill shelter. And there was, a lot of them had gunshot wounds to the head. You know, a lot of them had gunshot wounds. I'm going to talk about that on my video probably tomorrow. Also, I'm going to drop a video speaking about the 5-year-old little boy from South Carolina that was mauled to death by a dog. You know, I want to say it was two people attacked in that situation, an adult and a child, and the child lost his life. You know, so I will speak about that as well. But tonight we're talking about Jackson's Hank and Burton's Hank. Mr. 216, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping in the building tonight, brother. Appreciate you dropping in tonight. And I'm gonna try to keep these marks down. I'm gonna mark something on a piece of paper I got right here to try to keep tally on, you know, which dog got the most or produced the most. And when it comes to Burton's Hank, I'm gonna start with what me and Mad Doctor was talking about, and the dogs that we was talking about on our last video, and that way that I'll start tallying them up from that, and then I'm gonna go back to Burton's again and see which offspring he got that's got titles that you know, maybe a family, we can go down from that family. James Nelson, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you dropping in tonight. Yes, sir. Good guy. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yes, sir, man. We just gonna get into this like it's real. No. First, like I said, I'm gonna start with Burton's Hank, and I'm gonna start with this dog right here. We're gonna go back to Burton's Hank, and the reason I'm starting right here because Mad Doctor put me on some game, and he showed me a whole string of dogs that's titled, that's coming down off Burton Hank. That's gonna let him start off the show with it. So I'm gonna go back to the 4th generation, back to Bounty Hunters, Turk, and we're gonna go all the way back to Burton's Hank. And like I said, we'll go to Jackson's Hank after we do the Burton's Hank's dogs. All right, we got Burton Hank right here. He's grand champion. He skipped one with the Pete dog. You know, so he got a champion on the next one and a champion on the Deuce's Bam Bam. All right, so we're gonna say that's going down. That's 3. We're gonna say that's 3. You know, I say we allowed to skip one with the Pete dog, but we're not gonna skip no more than one with no title on it. All right. So we got 3 grand champion, champion, champion. Now we got another champion, which is Turk. That's the 4. We got 5 with Bounty Hunters Shorty, make 5. Then we got 6 with Grand Champion Triple J Street Sweeper. We skipped 1, and we got Champion McBride's Money. So we got 2 skips and seven titles back to back. Well, actually, we skipped 1 and we got 7 titles. All right, and that's a hell of a run right there that Mad Doctor showed me. That's why I had to do this and see what's what with it. You know, let me check out Money's Offspring to see if he got any champions or anything. Nah. Let me check out Crybaby to see if that dog got any offspring that's champions. Nope, I don't see none. So that'll be 2 on that one. Let me check out Baby Money. See if he got any or she got any offspring. Okay, we don't see none on that one. So let me go back to Burtons Hank. And let me go to Burtons Hank offspring. McBride's Money come down from a long list of titled dogs, 7 dogs in between McBride's Money and Burtons Hanks. There's 7 titled dogs in between there. You know, all right. Now we're looking at Burtons Hank. Now we go to his offspring and we're gonna take another route. We're not doing 2-time winners. We're not doing 1-time winners. We're doing strictly champs and grands. All right. This is Burtons Hank's offspring. Now we got champion motion. I'm gonna click on champion motion. That's 1. 1, 2 with Burtons, with Hank and motion. No more champions after that. Let's see if he skipped 1. Champion Bulldog Sandstorm. So that'll be 3. Hank, motion, Champion Bulldog Sandstorm. Check his offspring out. Havana Boys, Sandy Girl. Champion Latin Force, Makey. So that's 4. I want to say that's 4 titled dogs back to back, including Hank. Now let's check out the offspring for this one. Rodriguez Princess. No champions after that one. So that's 4 on that one, on that particular dog that we was looking at just a second ago. Go back to Burtons Hank. That was Hank to motion. That's the one we was looking at just a second ago. Hank to motion, which is the bottom half right here. So that was 4. We had 7 on the first one, 4 on the second one. Now we're gonna go try to find some more Hank's offspring. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna click on old Boyle's Dirty Mary, because we getting low off of champions coming directly off Hank. All right, we got a champion right here. 2 champions. Champion W and P's Little Boots. Little Boots Rum. I'm gonna click on that one. So that's 2 titled dogs back to back, including Hank. Check the offspring out. All right. We got Champion Perry Big Mo and Champion West Coast Combine Joe Willie. We can only go with one of them. So we'll go with we'll check both of them out. We'll go with Joe Willie first. So that's Burtons Hank, 1, 2, 3. No offspring on the list for that one. Let's go back to champion Perry's Big Mo. 1, 2, 3. And this dog is Burtons Hank, top and bottom. This Big Mo dog. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3 from Burtons Hank, Little Boots, Perry's Big Mo. And then we got Grand Champion Perry's Bandit. So that's 4 titled dogs back to back. Burtons Hank, W&P's Little Boots, Perry's Big Mo, and Perry's Bandit. 2 grands and 2 champions. 4 back to back. The offspring after that, Perry's Hunter. We check that offspring out, see if okay, no offspring on that one. And check out this Perry's Georgia dog. No offspring of that one. So that was 4 back to back. 4 back to back. Burtons Hank, Little Boots, Big Mo, and Perry's Grand Champion Bandit. All right. And that's when we checking the Little Boots dog off of Burtons Hank. Now we back in the offspring of Hank again, and we go check out the champion. CAKs, which will be Captain America. I'm guessing Joker, which is a champion coming off Burtons Hank. Now we got Captain America's Gunner coming off Burtons Hank, which will be grandson of Hank, coming off the Joker dog. So that's what? 1, 2, 3. 3 title dogs, well, 2 title dogs, 3 including Burtons Hank, back to back. Let me see if any champions in these dogs here. This dog right here, offspring, none in that one. Blue Eyes, CAK's Blue Eyes, none in that one. And Cherokee Kennels. 2-timer in that one, but we ain't counting 2 times. So that's what? That's 3 on that one. 3 on that one. And that's 3 back to back. Go to Burtons Hank again. John Demery, what's going on? What's going on with your big dog? Oh yeah, man. Big salute, and shout out to brother Mad Doctor, wherever he at across this good old great country, giving us that info on Burtons Hank. All right, I'm looking up. I'm about to go into because I think I looked at the champions that came off of them. If I'm gonna look real good and make sure I'm not missing any. We got 2 champion jokers, and I want to say that's the same dog. So we're not gonna keep looking into them. Hackmans. Okay. Now let's just check out Dirty Mary, Boyle's Dirty Mary, and check her offspring out. We're gonna say she was it skipped. It went from Burtons Hank and skipped on Dirty Mary, and we're gonna look at Dirty Mary offspring, which they got Leeds Reno, so that'll be 2. Check his offspring out. We got 1 right here. We can click on, which is WCC's Killian, and we got 1 over here. We can click on Newman's Champion Buck, And we got one right here, the champion Rolex, dog. We're going to check all three of them to see what is continuing down from them. All right. With the Killian, WCC's Killian, it makes what? 1, 2. Hold up. Let me see where the Burtons Hank at. All right, we got Hank right here. Dirty Mary skip 1. Then we got Reno. So that's 2 and 3 with Killian. Then we got Grand Champion Butcher Knife makes 4. Grand Champion Butcher Knife makes 4. Go to his offspring. Quite sure we're going to find us a champion in here. So that Butcher Knife dog made 4. Champion Perry Mason makes 5. Champion Perry Mason, good looking dog. Owner, Queen of Hearts. All right. So for anybody that's just coming in, I know I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. We comparing Burton's Hank versus Jackson's Hank, and we just gonna tally up the champions and the grand champions. We allowed to skip one with no title on it. We allowed to skip one with no title by the name, but we're not gonna skip 2. And some of the dogs with no title may be a super famous dog that everybody loves, but we just counting titles, So right here we got Burton's Hank, Dirty Mary. It skipped Dirty Mary, went to Lee's Reno. Then we got champion Killian, so that'll be the 3rd one. Butcher Knife will be the 4th one. Perry Mason will be the 5th one. Now, when we take Perry Mason offspring out, we don't see any champions. All right. So that's 4 on that one. Let me see. 1, 2. No, that's 5. 5 on that one. And you may see grand champions in the pedigree, but that's not coming down off Burton's Hank. Dirty Mary is coming down off Burton's Hank. The Cherokee Chief that you see, that's not coming down off that. So Dirty Mary, the Reno, the Killian, the Butcher Knife, to Perry Mason. So that's 5. All right. Go back to Burton's Hank. We went down Dirty Mary. Actually, I'm going back to Dirty Mary. And the only dog that she got on there is Reno. But I know she got more puppies than that. More offspring than that. I'm going to type up Dirty Mary. Okay, we got Newman's Buck Rum. Let's check him out. Good looking dog right there. All right, we see Burton's Hank 1, Dirty Mary skip, Burton's Hank, Reno 2, Newman's Buck 3. Champion Newman's Red Rock Kunta. That'd be 4. Oh, this that damn dog they was talking about. That Kunta dog. If I ain't mistaken, yeah, that's that Kunta dog they was talking about. All right, let's go to the offspring. No champions on that one. So that's what? Hank 1, Reno 2, Buck 3, and Kunta 4. So that'd be 4. And we checking Dirty Mary offspring out. Or Lee's Reno. We just checked out Newman's Buck. We checked out the Killian. Now we're going to check out the Rolex dog. All right. We got right here, we got Burton's. I'm keeping y'all on point to where we at. We got Grand Champion Burton's Hank. Skip Dirty Mary. We got Reno. We got Rolex. That's 3. Go to Rolex offspring. They don't got nothing down for him for his offspring. So that'd be 3. That's 3 for him. Back to back. Now let me pull up another Dirty Mary, because I know they got another Dirty Mary up here. They may have more offspring for her up on another ped. You know how they do with them peds. All right, you got Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers right here, champion. We got Boat Action as a champion. All right, I'm gonna take Boat Action first, and then I'm gonna go to Mr. Rogers. And this will show you what the Burtons Hank bred to that really was producing good back in them days as well. All right, we got Boat Action. That's gonna be 2. And like I said, you see these PORs, PORs, PORs. That's just showing you got good dogs off of them, but they're not titled. It's not taking nothing from the dog themselves. You know, they probably, like I always ask brothers, what would you rather have, a performer or a producer? You know, back in them days. I mean, everybody gonna say both, you know, but you can only have one or the other. That particular dog could only be a performer, because it's a lot of times you see these dogs, and this more of the time you see a dog that was a good performer and a piece of shit producer, you know, and that don't go together. You want it to go together like peanut butter and jelly, performer and a producer. So right here, we don't got nothing coming off of Boat Action that we can, you know, far as champion wise, that we can mark down. And let me check another Boat Action, because there might be another Boat Action that may be, let me check. All right, so we got Burton's Hank 1, Boat Action 2, WCC's Bull, Jersey Boys Black Bumpers, Champion Mad Max, Grand Champion Jose, and WCC's Bull. So I got quite a few I can touch on this one. And what's this? Dirty Mary to Cherokee Chief. That's your Eli. That's your Burton Hank to your Eli. Just like the brother Mad Doctor was telling us about. They was crossing that Eli into that Burton's Hank stuff back in them days. And that's your Bolio as well. You know, because you got your Burton's Hank bred the Bolio daughter to get Dirty Mary. So you can't take the credit from Bolio and give it all to Burton's Hank in this particular situation with Dirty Mary, because Bolio is right in there. But we ain't talking about Bolio at this time. We talking about Burton's Hank. So that Hank and that Eli stuff did pretty good. And when you talking about Boyle's dogs, you know, you can't, and I asked brothers this a while back, can you have a Boyle's dog without having Dirty Mary in it? And it just depends on, you know, a brother may answer both ways, yes and no. Yes, because Boyles didn't only have just Dirty Mary dogs or Burton Hank dogs, he had other dogs. And when you're looking at his last name, you know, you think, oh, this is all gonna be the Dirty Mary stuff. But if he had other line of dogs, then you could have a Boyles dog without having the Dirty Mary in it. Or Some brothers may say, no, you can't have a Boils dog without having Dirty Mary because she's the foundation dog. You know? So on bolt action, we got 1, 2 with bolt action. We got, and let's go to black bumpers, champion black bumpers. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Grand champion STP Candy makes 4. We'll go to Candy. That makes 4. Candy offspring ain't looking too good on that one. Check this one out. Check a couple of them out, because no. Picture of old Candy still running Candy. No champion on it so far. So if you adding in the Candy dog, you got Dirty Becky. Let me make sure. Let me add this up first. You adding in the Candy dog is 1, 2, 3, 4, including the Candy dog. Now let's go to Dirty Becky, which was a 4-timer. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Dirty Becky. No offspring for Dirty Becky. So it's 4 back to back. And 4 with Candy and Dirty Becky made 4. Give each one of them 4. All right, let's go back to bolt action. All right. Let's go from bolt action to, let's go to sitting bull. Burtons Hank, Dirty Mary, bolt action 2, sitting bull 3. None on the next one. So that's 3 back to back. Well, Dirty Mary, we skipped 1. All right, let's go to Dirty Mary. All right. Mr. Rogers. So that's 2 with Mr. Rogers. Which is a Dirty Mary, bred back to Cherokee Chief. More still that we still in the Burtons, Hank, Eli, Bolio breeding. I don't see none off this one. Off the Mr. Rogers, I don't see none. Let me go back. I want to say, think I've seen Mr. Rogers 2 times. Mr. Toad. Let me check Mr. Toad out. Bunce is Mr. Toad. That'd be 1, 2. No offspring for that one. It's 1 offspring. All right. Let me go back to Burton's Hank real quick. This is a good looking dog right here. This dog right here, Little Boots. WMP's Little Boots. It's a good looking dog. Burton's Hank bred back to Greenwood Sassy, which is the Maloney's, your Maloney's Toot to Spike, Greenwood's Jimmy Boots. That's what the dog looked like right there. That's who the dog looked like, Jimmy Boots. That's probably why they name him Little Boots. And when you see how many generations this is skipped over, Jimmy Boots' daughter bred the Maloney's Davis to make Sassy, and Sassy bred the Burton's Hank. But that's a couple generations it skipped from Jimmy Boots. And actually, that dog look a little bit bigger than Jimmy Boots. Look a little bit bigger. And you get that from Burton's Hank. And to tell you the truth, he actually looked more like Hank than he do Jimmy Boots. Size and color. Big round on what's going on. Appreciate you dropping in tonight, brother. Appreciate you dropping in tonight, man. We just comparing them Hanks together. And I got a whole bunch of champions, right now, because I'm about to go to the Jackson's Hank in a minute. But I got a whole bunch of champions so far and grand champions. And like I said, we was allowed to skip 1 generation. I'll be here till tomorrow if I just check every single dog coming down off the list. I'm not gonna be able to check every single dog. I'm just gonna make some educational guesses when we see that we have to skip a dog with no titles, and hopefully the next dog have some titles. But we got a bunch of them right now so far. Well, let me see. We got 7, 11, 15, 20, 23, 20, 27, 30, 34, 38. 41. 41 titled dogs right now, including, and that's including Hank being in the pedigree. So when I say this is 7 dogs back to back with McBride's money, it was seven dogs back to back, and it skipped one generation on one dog. It was 7 then, and it might have skipped a generation a little further down, but it was 7. Then it was 4 title dogs back to back. It was 4 on another dog back to back, 3 on a dog back to back, 5 on one back to back. So that's how I'm keeping my tally up. And right now we have 41. We have 41, and a lot of, as we see, a lot of the breeding was coming from Hank, the Eli dogs, with a little bit of Bolio in it. And I'm not going to say that Hank wasn't bred the way I'm about to speak on, but as of right now, the ones we looking at, and a lot of the title dogs that came down off of them had the Eli in it, not the Jeep in it, or not the Red Boy in it, but the Hank to the Eli Bolio dogs, which was Dirty Mary, or the Cherokee Chief dog. You know, and like I said, I may click on one of these dogs with no title, and it may have a boatload of champions. But being that I'm not familiar with each one of these dogs coming off Hank, it'll take me too long to do that. So I'm just gonna, look at the ones that got the titles that I see, or like I say, take an educational guess, and hopefully it lead me in the right direction. Like I already did that with Dirty Mary. She wasn't a champion, but she threw, and she got a family of dogs after her that's titled down, from Boat Action, the Reno dog, it's a lot of dogs coming down off that. And we already checked out Champion Motion directly off Hank, Little Boots directly off Hank, Joker directly off Hank, and we're not checking out no 2-time winners. Now, I'm gonna get back into I'm gonna probably end up getting back on Burtons Hank, in case a brother know some dogs that's coming down off of them with back-to-back titles to them. But we're gonna go to Jackson's Hank, kind of switch it up a little bit. Jackson's Hank, a 4-time winner himself. Let's go to his offspring, and we'll check several of his offspring out. See if we got another list. All right, we got Jackson Hank to Jocko. That's 2. Jackson's Hank to Jocko. Now we got. Let me check out another Jocko, let me see which one of these. Dangerous Dan. All right, we got Dangerous Dan. That's 2. Skip 1 with Dangerous Dan. Then we got Champion Termite. That's 3. We got 4 with this Nothing Nice is Trouble, makes 4. See if that dog got any offspring written down. Nope. So that's 4 just off of the Dangerous Dan dog on that particular Jocko pair. See if it's Jocko. All right. So we got Hank, Jackson's Hank 1, Jocko 2, grand champion Darius. They got him as a. That's I don't understand that. How they got a grand champion 2-time winner? So I'm just gonna roll with the grand champion part. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. Offspring grand champion Couture 4. Oh, that's bullshit there. That picture's bullshit, rather. Pedigree look good. So that's just 4 on that one. And see, they don't need to put no picture like this up on that shit, because you fuck around, that dog really got some of this stuff in him. The way motherfuckers, shit, fuck around, the dog have some of this type of blood in them for real. All right, but we on Jocko. Let's go to another Jocko on his what you call it? All right, this one got more offspring on it. Let's see if we can find us a champion to follow down. All right, let's go to champion Jesse Bell. Jesse Bell. I'm gonna go back to Termite as well too, because I know Termite has some more champions. That's 3. Nothing after Jesse Bell. All right. Let's go to Miss Jocko. We're gonna skip one because we got Jocko, Burt, Hank, Jocko. That's 2. Let's go to Miss Jocko and check her offspring out. Oh yeah, we about to give him some hell now. We about to give old Burt and Hank some hell on this one. Cause that longest line we seen was coming down off the stuff that Mad Doctor was telling us about. That was seven different dogs coming down back to back with maybe a skip one and then skip another one. So we got Hank, Jocko, Tance Miss Jocko, which is one we're gonna skip. Grand Champion Yellow makes 3. Oh yeah. Coming down off Grand Champion Yellow, we got Mayday with makes 4. Coming down off Mayday, we got Barracuda and Luke Kane. We go either way. We go Barracuda first. That makes 5. Now I'm gonna pull Barracuda, another Barracuda pair, because I know he got another one up here that's got his offspring the way it should be. All right, let's see. Okay. Got Champion Hot Tamale. I'm pick one of them to run with. We'll take Grand Champion Team DDK Bam 7-timer. So we got Jocko, we skip one. We got Hank, Jocko. We skipped on Miss Jocko. We got Grand Champion Yellow made 3. Mayday made 4. Barracuda made 5. This dog here made 6, which is Bam. Got another champion for the offspring, Bam Bam. Made 7. Offspring of that, we got 8. Grand champion Most Wanted Kennels Gunner. That's 8. No offspring that we see of besides the Brat. Most Wanted Kennels, the Brat. Now I know the Brat that was champion, but it don't say that that's the particular the Brat, because the Brat I know came off of Mayday, so that's not the same one. So we got 7. When we go down to this Gunner dog, now we got Bam Bam Jr. makes 7 as well. Coming down from Jackson's Hank, we got 7 generations of titled dogs on in a line. Bam Bam Jr., they don't got anything off of that one. So that's 7. All right. Let's go back to Mayday and go to Luke Kane. All right, here go. Now let's go to Going Hard, little Mayday. So we got champion Jackson Hank, 1, 2 with Jocko, Skip with Miss Jocko, 3 with Tance Yellow, 4 with Mayday, 5 with Going Hard's Little Mayday. That makes 5. Now off that one, we got champion Skeezer, that makes 6. Champion Ralphie, that'll make 6. We're gonna go with the Skeezer dog and see if they produced anything. Nothing on that offspring. So that's 6 so far. Let me check out it's another champion. All right, there, Ralphie. A little dirty. Some reason that ain't pulling up. They don't want us to. That's 6. That's 6, and we at Mayday. And that was going through Luda Kunta, coming down off Little Mayday. And that's starting from Jackson's Hank. All right, we got quite a few champions coming off of Mayday. So many different directions we can go coming down off Mayday. Champion Holes, Cock Diesel, Cuba Missing Links, Annabelle, Evolutions, Hannah, Blockhead, Champion Blockhead, the Cruzan's Monster, Champion Monster, champion Deep South, champion Twisted. Hernandez, champion Sosa. Grand champion Big Apple's Hunch. I'm gonna go right there. And I ain't went to Luke Kane yet. Hunch dog, good looking dog right there. Okay. From Hunch, let's see what that is from Hunch. That's 1, 2 with Jocko, Skip on Miss Jocko, 3 with Yellow, 4 with Mayday, 5 with Big Apple's Hunch, 6 with Big Apple's Switchblade, which is a champion. Nothing after him. But that's Switchblade. That's 6. All right. Let's go to just picking them randomly, man. Deep South Twisted. 2, 3, 4, 5 with Twisted. None on that offspring list. Let's go to Blockhead. Blockhead. T-Rex Kennels Blockhead. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5 with Blockhead. None after that. I seen Luke Kane up here somewhere, but I don't see it now. But I know Luke Kane's up here. Gotta be up here because he's son of Mayday. I don't see him. I'm probably overlooking him. I at least wanted to check Luke Kane. And this just Mayday's offspring and his little family, you know. I'm gonna go to Big John in a minute. Let's go to Hernandez. And then I'm gonna go to all the yellow dogs. I can go to every dog coming off Grand Champion Yellow. To get some points to add up. From Toe Jam to Fatty. All right, let's go to Grand Champion Teddy. Go to Grand Champion Teddy, that's 5. Grand Champion El Bacalo, 6. And that's it on that one, 6. That got some Chinaman in it right there. Chinaman and Jeep. and some red boy on the bottom side. Now see this pedigree right here. This pedigree ain't right. This pedigree right here ain't right, and I ain't gonna count this. This pedigree ain't right because they got Bass Tramp Red Boy on the bottom side coming off Tills, Jeff, and Suzy Q as a female, and that's a male bred to Jeep. See, you gotta be on point when you're looking at this stuff, man. You gotta be on point. That's some bullshit. That's a bullshit pedigree right here. This is what brothers shouldn't be putting in these databases, shit like this right here. You know, got Red Boy down here as a female bred to Jeep. And it could have slid if you would have said Red Boy daughter bred to Jeep, but not Red Boy himself. Tills, Jeff, and Suzy Q made this dog here. So that made me think this dog here is a fake damn dog. You know, a fake dog. How is it gonna have Red Boy down as the mother and Jeep as the father? Pay attention, my bulldoggers, my young bulldoggers out there, because the older bulldog automatically peep that shit out and see fraud and flawed in it. Go back to Grand Champion Yellow again. Havana Boys Rodney. I ain't gonna click down on Rodney because I know Rodney don't got but so many. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna check him out. Hardcore's Bozak. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on Bozak. Champion Sugar makes 5. Champion Holds Cock Diesel makes 6. Champion Trilogies Angus Depot makes 7. Oh shit, boy. We taking off. We taking off. Jackson Hank taking off in front of that motherfucker now. This make 8. Champion Outlaws Maniac or Iceman makes 8. All right, and stop right there on 8. And you look at that pair, you see it's 3 when you get the Grand Champion Yellow. Let's go back to yellow again, and I'm gonna go back that direction. All right, so it's Jackson's Hank 1, Jocko 2, Miss Jocko we skip, Grand Champion Yellow 3. Then we go to Mayday 4, Cock Diesel 5, 6, and 7. We had 8. I count 8 somewhere or another. But then you look through the whole pedigree, it ain't nothing but champions in this pedigree right here. Now I'm gonna cut Burtons Hank a little break. I'm gonna cut Burtons Hank a break because I ain't gonna be on these Mayday offspring too long. Cause this Mayday offspring gonna make it unfair. Mayday was bred 1,000 times. And he bred 1,000 times, and his offspring produced champions. His offspring produced champions, and their offspring producing champions. I'm gonna be on 400 damn dogs in a minute. 400 title dogs, and I ain't even got the big giant. And that was Hardcore Bozak actually that we was on just a few seconds ago. We was on Hardcore's Bozak. Yeah, we was on Bozak. All right, let's check out some more yellow offspring. Big John. All right, that's 1, 2. Skip Miss Jocko is 3. 4 with yellow. I mean, skip Miss Jocko, that's 3 with yellow. 4 with Big John. Big John offspring Crazy Eyes. Make 5. None after that. Let me check out another Big John up here because I know Big John got more than one. That's the same one. None on that one. All right, we'll move on. I ain't gonna stay on it too long. It's a whole lot more champions I know that's in there, but I ain't too much studying it because we got a whole lot of backup on that yellow side. Whole lot of back. I ain't got to stress one dog. Yeah, we just leave that at 3 with yellow, 4 with Big John, and 5 with Crazy Eyes. And these dogs that we talking about are all dogs from the 80s, the 90s. We're not talking about no up-to-date stuff. Let's go back to Grand Champion Yellow. Havana Boys Rodney. See, they got for his offspring. Nothing on that one. Hardcore's Red Man. So that's gonna be 4 with Red Man, make 4. Hardcore's Milo, and Hardcore's Mystic, both champions. That make 5. Pro Sets Morocco make 6. So that's 6. And we come to a stop. And when you look at a lot of these Grand Champion Yellow and Jocko breeders and stuff coming down off of Jackson's Hank, a lot of that, this is the way we was looking at Burtons Hank. We seen a lot of Eli, Bolio, bred to the Burtons Hank stuff. With the Jackson's Hank, we see a lot of yellow or the red boy stuff, and we see the Jeep stuff bred with Jackson's Hank. Even we see Jeep Rascal back there, bred into the Jackson's Hank. You know, the Honey Bunch dog, and that's gonna go back to your Bully Son stuff. So you kind of see a pattern with these breeders, with these dogs, man. You kind of see a pattern. Mad Doctor, what it do, brother? Hey, Mad Doctor, I knew it. Hey, Mad Doctor say Miss Jocko carrying the yellow. Hey, Mad Doctor, when I pull up Miss Jocko, I already knew what it was, big dog. She gonna carry that blood because there's so many different ways we can go off that. She gonna carry that Hank, gonna get us a good bit of title dogs in. Yes, sir. All in all, man, both of them dogs got resumes, from hell. Both of the dogs. Jackson Hank, whether he got, he don't got it himself, but the offspring that's coming down from it. The offspring that's coming down from Burton's Hank. Two of the best dogs in a lot of people, a lot of us pedigrees today's time. When you go back into them. Burton's Hank and Jackson's Hank. What would have happened if the two dogs would have met each other? And Mr. Burton and Mr. Jackson were standing across the ring from each other with Hank versus Hank. Terrence Miss Jocko. Because and the reason that is, Mad Doctor, when it comes to Chavis dogs, he had several champions, but Tent gonna probably be credited for putting them dogs out there the way they supposed to be put out there, compared to how Mr. Chavis did it. When you look at how Mr. Chavis was breeding, it looked like he was breeding more for having in-house dogs. And Tent, he was more worldwide when it came to his breedings. And as far as breeding them to this and making this happen, crossing them certain ways. That's probably why Tent get a lot of the credit for the Red Boy Jocko strain. That yellow dog. Even though we see dogs that had Red Boy Jocko crosses before yellow was even born. But we're not going off of the Red Boy dogs, we're going off of the Hank. So that's gonna keep me in a certain area. I can't put Yellow John in this. I gotta put what's coming down off the Hank stuff. You know. Yes, sir. And that's Milo coming down off Red Man, Hardcore's Red Man. Now when I check out Mystic, okay, got Mystic, so we got 3 with yellow coming down off Hank. We got 3, 4 with Red Man, 5 with Mystic, 6 with Hardcore's 9 milli, Grand Champion 9 milli. That's 6. 7 Hardcore's Tech 9. 8 Gator Boys Champion Mike. Well, they got him 1-time winner OTC, 4-time winner altogether. All right, Champion Mike make 8. We'll go back. So that's 8 on that one. Let me drop that link down in the chat as well, man, for anybody that want to come up tonight. All right. Archie said which Hank was only bred 3 or 4 times. It had to have been Jackson's Hank, because Burton's Hank had a whole boatload of offspring down there. Let me check it out, Archie. It got to be Jackson's Hank. Mm. And see, this another Hank that I didn't click on this Hank earlier. I clicked on one of the other Hanks that was up there. As far as when they put Jackson's Hank in 3 or 4 times, I can go to Champion Apples and start going down. Champion Cold Cat, start going down. Argo, Champion Argo, and start going down. I just started with Jocko. And Jocko got me Dangerous Dan the Termite. And I said I'm gonna check back in on Termite too, because I know Termite had produced champions. It just depends on who put the pedigree up here. You got 3 or 4 termites up there. I gotta check all 3 or 4 termites. And like I said, it's really time consuming sometimes, man. It ain't that serious. We see both dogs producing great dogs. From what it appears, that Jackson's Hank wasn't bred as much as Burton's Hank. Needless to say, both dogs produce great dogs. Yeah. Jackson's Hank, he don't have as many breedings as Burton's Hank as far as on this platform. You know. Now, when we look at Burton's Hank and Jackson's Hank, who made the most champions themselves? We got a bunch of champions right here coming off Burton's Hank. Oh, that's one litter. Apples, Jocko, Argo. Oh, that's 3 dogs off one litter that's champions. Off of Hank. Now, if I go to Burton's Hank, is there 3 dogs off one litter in this whole boatload of breedings? 3 dogs off one litter that turn champions. Now, see, when it come to Hank, this Burton's Hank, Dirty Mary was holding him down. But Mad Doctor, y'all dog didn't have any Dirty Mary in it, and that's 7. That's 7, going down the line. And now, like I said, it may skip 1. So that was the highest number we had coming down off that stuff that you was telling us about, Mad Doctor, coming down off the money dog, or coming the ancestors of the money dog. The rest of them was like 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 3, and we ended up with 41. I haven't even did all the yellow dogs coming down off Grand Champion Yellow. I did the Big John, I did the Mayday, some of the Mayday ones, and Barracuda, and some of the Hardcore's Bozak, and we had 16, 21, 26, 32, 38, 45, 49, 53, 56. And we ain't got into all the Grand Champion Yellow dogs yet. And like I said, I'm missing some dogs here and there. And all in all, both dogs are great producers, man. Great producers. Just look at the patterns and how these brothers was getting these great dogs, and what clicked with the dog. What went in like a puzzle. What bloodlines was clicking with the Hank dog when they bred him. What bloodlines was clicking with the Burton's Hank dog when they bred him. Go to Argo. Ain't nothing after that one. Oh yeah, I pull up, and man, that I pull up Little Boots. Um, I ain't sure we did King Arthur, Dirty Mary, the Doucette Bam Bam dog, the Turk dog, the Assassin dogs. Oh yeah. Let me pull up Burton's Hank again. I pull up the motion, champion motion. We can't skip more than one though. When we got a dog that's not titled, the next dog gotta be a titled dog. We can't skip more than one. I pulled up Little Boots, Hackman Sir Douglas. He a rum dog, but he not, as far as I can see, I don't know him. As far as I can see, he's not a titled dog as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's a rum dog. We're not pulling up no rum dogs, neither no poor dogs. Only the numbers, the dogs that got the numbers beside them. But it could skip him. He could be the dog that skipped from Hank, and it could skip on him. Now let's see what he got. King Arthur, that's 2. King Arthur, that's 2. From Hank, the King Arthur, we got 2 there. Now we got to stop right there after King Arthur. Arts Missy, Farmer's Arts Missy. Is that same Arts Missy? Because I don't know if that's the same Arts Missy or not. All right, we'll give him that one. So we got Burtons Hank, Skip Sir Douglas, King Arthur, that's 2. Skip Missy. Go to Red, that's 3. Nothing after that one. Go to Spaniard or Spaniard. Now see this dog right here. This dog right here fall in our bracket. We have to fight over this one, Mad Doctor. We have to fight over this one. Burton's Hank, and then we got Jackson on the top side. Jackson's Hank on the top side through Miss Jocko. So we have to fight over that one. And truthfully, it's gonna make our number. If we use him, that'll be 2, 3 with Yellow, 4 with Mayday, 5 with Hunch, and 6 with this dog right here, Farmer's Spaniard. Now you go to Hank, Burton's Hank, that's 1, 2, and it keeps skipping. Skip on Sir Douglas and skip on Arts Missy, and he make the 3rd one. So on the top side, that shit just skip one dog, Miss Jocko. You got Champion Jackson Hank, Champion Jocko, Miss Jocko with skip, Champion Yellow, Champion Mayday, Grand Champion Hunch, and then another champion. All right, let's keep going let's keep going. Got one champion right here, Big Boo. Big Boo. And with this particular dog, both Hanks going back to back. So that's gonna be 3, 4, 5 with Hunch, 6 with Spaniard, 7 with Big Boo for Jackson's Hank. And then when you do Burton's Hank, that's gonna be about 4. But we skip one and then skip another one. And that's on the top side right here. Hackman, Sir Douglas coming down off Burton's Hank. Skip that one, got the King Arthur. Skip on Arts Missy. Made the Spaniard dog. Got the Big Boo. And then we don't got nothing down there on that offspring list. Mad Doctor say pull up Hackman, Sir Douglas. I'm about to pull it up, Mad Doctor. Vance, what's going on? Vance said, what attribute them Burton Hank dogs have and how was the mouth? See that Black Paz Boils dog, do it got any Hank in it? That Oiler dog? Do the Dirty Mary got some Hank in it? But you can't use that that Black Paz dog because we skipping too many generations without a champion. We got Hank right here, mate one. Dirty Mary, she not a champion. Boils Black Gold not a champion. Orla Jr. neither the man's Ladybug not a champion. And then we get back to the champion Pazmanian. See, we only let them skip one time. We're not counting 3 or 4 skips and 2 or 3 skips. Only one skip. STP's Clean Mary. Black Pazmania once again. All right. Burton's Hank, Bold Action. All right, so you could count the black pass because of the bold action right here that I see. I didn't see that the first time when I was talking about it. We got Hank, Skip Dirty Mary, bold action is a full timer. Skip this dog right here, Ladybug, and then Black Pass is a full timer. So we can use him. But we can't use these dogs in this particular pedigree right here. But let me go to Black Pass offspring. Al Bazin, Champion Bad Rosemary. We could use that one. Champion Luther. Champion Luther. So it'll be 2 with Bold Action, 3 with Pazmania, 4 with Luther. Bad Rosemary. Let's check out Bad Rosemary. Skip Dirty Mary, 2 with Bold Action. Skip Ladybug, 3 with Pazmania, 4 with Bad Rosemary. Nothing down here to keep going with. Like I said, if you know one that, if you know one that's not titled and there's only one that we're gonna skip, then drop the name down in the chat. But I ain't gonna be able to click on each one of these names to see if I can find a champion, because it's gonna take too much time. And like I said, it ain't really that serious, because at this point, both dogs is going back to back with producing good dogs, Burton's Hank and Jackson's Hank. Yeah, I'm just a Archie. Yeah, I'm not getting no 2-time winners, only champions and grand champions. No rum dogs, no PRO dogs. And being that I'm not speaking about the rum and the PRO, like I say, they might not even be a champion, but they're a great producer. Like Red Boy. Red Boy not a champion, but you know what I'm saying? But he's a producer. You know, so we only doing just trying to get a quick number of them dogs from Burtons Hank and Jackson's Hank. Just a quick number. And like I said, I'm probably missing a good bit of dogs on both sides because I'm just trying to, go with the time. But one thing that we do know is the fact that Jackson's Hank wasn't bred as much as Burton's Hank. We know that Burton's Hank go good with the Eli stuff. Because brothers had a lot of success with their breedings with the Eli dogs. And when we look at Dirty Mary, we know that's your Burton Hank with your bred to your Bolio female, daughter of Bolio, to get old Dirty Mary. You know, when you look at your Jackson Hank stuff, like I said, that was bred mostly your red boy breedings, and some Jeep breedings and some Jeep Rascal stuff that's going into the Jackson Hank dogs. You don't really see no Eli dogs going into the Jackson Hank dogs, like how you see in the Burton Hank dogs. They had a different game plan with the Jackson Hank stuff compared to the Burton's Hank. Both dogs gave them phenomenal dogs. Both dogs gave phenomenal dogs. I'm gonna pull Mad Doctor dogs up. We was talking about the other day off of the McBride's money. That's why I got the longest list coming down off Burton's Hank that I came across so far was this list right here. We got Burton's Hank. It skipped the Pete dog. Skipped the Pete dog. Went to the New York dog champion. Champion Bam Bam from Doucette's Bam Bam. Went to the champion original Bounty Hunters Turk. From the Turk, went to champion Shorty. Let me go back the other way I was going with the pedigree. From the Turk, it went to Shorty. From Shorty to the Triple J Street Sweeper, which was a grand champion. Then it skipped one and went to McBride's Money. You know, so that was pretty much the longest back-to-back list that I pulled up so far as on the Burton's Hank side. Cause we pulled up some eight pieces on the Jackson Hank side. Now, from what I can see, from what I'm looking at, if somebody would have took a female from Jackson's Hank and bred it to Burton's Hank, you would have had some hellified bulldogs. What I'm seeing is two families of dogs that never really intersected with each other until more modern day time when the brothers are breeding the balls to the Red Boy Jocko stuff and things like that. But as far as way back when, in them days, they ran a lot of Eli into these Burton Hank dogs. And a lot of Red Boy into them Jackson dogs. Got Red Boy coming in it right here from the Bailey's Bingo into that money dog. Bailey's Bingo on the bottom side. But Bailey's Bingo ain't a Jackson Hank dog. That's a Red Boy dog. Red Boy stuff all through that right there. Archie said his buddy had a yard full of them Doucette hounds. Yes, sir. Big shout out to the brother Buffalo Soldier who represent that area, the Chicago area. Big salute out to Mr. Jim Wilson who came from down south and start representing that Chicago area. And that was during the Mr. Carvino days. You know, we talking to Mr. Jim, we got to go back to the 60s and the 50s. You know, 60s and the 50s. And we talking about bulldogging before when before things got when segregation was still going on. Couldn't drink from the water fountains and all that stuff, and couldn't vote and all that. Mr. Jim Wilson been bulldogging. But we ain't about to get into all that. Yeah, Mad Doctor. Champion Money got a Red Boy bottom, but that ain't gonna affect us as far as what we talking about on our side with the Jackson's Hank, because he ain't got no Hank in him. Jackson's Hank, he got the Red Boy stuff in him. You know, so that's a whole nother topic. He good on that end because he got the Burton Hank on the top side. And that Kingfish stuff that we was talking about, Archie, last time me and Mad Doctor was up here talking. Yep, that Kingfish blood. The boys are breeding the hell out of that Kingfish stuff with I want to say with Eli, breeding that stuff with the Eli stuff. Let me see if I can pull that Kingfish up real quick. See what that was coming from. I can't remember what the kennel name was in front of the Kingfish. Maybe it's Adams Kingfish. I don't know. Is that the right Kingfish? Vance said, imagine bulldogging in the 50s, what they use, all natural keep, no problems, no protein shakes, nothing was around. Yep, I can imagine, Vance, it probably couldn't have been no protein shakes, all natural, whatever, like you said, whatever they can get out their house naturally. Which has been a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because I'm quite sure if they knew what they was doing, they had some healthy dogs. Because a lot of times brothers say too much of that protein will run your dog hot if you don't know what you're doing. You know, so I'm quite sure if they had a better naturally fit dogs that last longer. Because sometimes you can see the difference in your dog the moment you stop feeding them proteins and you back away from them, you can start seeing the difference in his size and his energy level and all type of stuff. So I'm quite sure if they was feeding natural, collard greens and all kind of stuff, way more natural, they would have had a longer lasting dog, I mean in the keep wise, after you finish working them out. He probably looked good for a longer period of time. The proteins really make it easier as the years go on. Get these proteins out here These protein shakes make it easier for the brother to get the dog the right nutrients and stuff. I guess I'm guessing. Yeah, Adam's Kingfish. Hey Archie, man, we gonna talk about them Turtle Buster dogs one of these shows too, cause I've been hearing about Turtle Buster for the longest, and I can't tell you right now. I know my dogs, but I can't tell you who the hell Turtle Buster coming down off of, or what kind of bloodline that is other than Turtle Buster. Grand Champion Stubblefield's buddy. Me and Mad Doctor was talking about that. Stubblefield's buddy. Hey Vance, man, they ain't had no protein shakes back then, and you I can imagine you didn't have all the. I mean, I know they had treadmills. You know what I'm saying? They had treadmills, but treadmills wasn't as plentiful as they is now. Back then, you know, I'm quite sure they did more road work. Maybe had some nice jennies. Yeah, Fargo and Turtle Buster. Let me see if I can look up Fargo real quick. That's a different Fargo there. That's got that mem stuff all in it. Let me look up Turtle Buster. Gaines Turtle Buster. Oh, that's the damn kingfish shit. That's what y'all was talking about Turtle Buster for. That's that Adams Kingfish. On the top side, Maximilian on the bottom, Red Devil. Now I've heard, I don't know how true it is. Y'all can answer it in the chat if you know whether it's true or not. But I've heard this Red Devil dog is coming down. Is gonna give you some of your old family red dogs, the old family red blood, Creed stuff. Is that true or false? I see Carvino in the back right there. Niblets, a lot of niblets. Kobe's dime, Kobe. Turtle Buster. What bloodline goes best with Turtle Buster? Let's look right here and see what we got. Gaines Fargo is off of Turtle Buster. Okay. What blood goes best with Turtle Buster? Gaines Fargo. All right, let's just we're gonna check old Kingfish out and see how many champions they skip. And now we can't do him because he skipped two right here on the top. that Crutchfield's Vicious and that Ingram's Brutals. Neither one of them champions. But we got champion Turtle Buster. Then we skipped Fargo and got champion 410, champion Pulsar, grand champion Timex, grand champion Timex would be uh, Paladin Dog, Paladin Dog on the bottom and Turtle Buster on the top. Turtle Buster and Paladin. Mm. Okay, Mad Doctor told me True Creed dogs are old red dogs. Archie said they was crossing that tramp blood into it, into that Turtle Buster stuff. I tell you what, Gaines knew how to breed, knew what he was doing as far as how he was matching his dogs or breeding his dogs or whatever, because he got a lot of consistent champions back to back of the stuff that he was breeding. You see, Turtle Buster, Fargo was a two-timer. Then he had a grand champion Timex. Then he had a champion Red Dog. Let me go back. Champion Red Dog. Cause they got a few Red Dogs. Yeah. Let me click on that Paladin Dog. Crenshaw's Reno, Tudor Spike, Blind Billy, Carver's Cracker, Cotton Bullet, Carver's Miss Spike. Now, if we're going by what Mr. Mayfield said about Mr. Carver never had a family of dogs. He had his last name on the end of these dogs, but none of them going to a solid family, is what Mr. Mayfield was saying. You know, not saying that it was true, but that's just what he was saying. Mr. Carver couldn't be credited for having one family of dogs. When you see his name and we say Carver, it ain't the same thing as seeing his name like Mr. Garner name. Mr. Garner got a family of dogs coming from a couple dogs, you know, from the Chinaman, the Frisco stuff, the Wood Snooty, the Garner Spike stuff. His stuff coming from, you know, a couple dogs. You know, when Mr. Carver, when you see Garner name, you know it's got some of them dogs in it. No matter what it is, it's got some of them dogs in it. But when you see Mr. Carver name, it's liable to have any other dog in it. You know, but people that don't really pay attention to the pet and just see the name and think it's a pure bloodline, you'll say, oh, I got a Carver dog. But when you look at all the dogs in the Carver pedigree, are they all going back to the same dogs? And for what Mr. Mayfield said, they're not. But you can't believe everything Mr. Mayfield said. He not the holy grail on believing everything when it come to the old school dog, man. I'm just throwing it out there. Yes, sir, man. Cotton's Bullet, Tudor Spike. I ain't gonna lie now, them Eli boys, they no matter what we talk about, when we start getting into them 70s and them 80s, eh, them Jeep lovers and all those brothers got them Jeep dogs, and man, you start that Eli shit be popping back up in the background back there somewhere. You go to Honey Bunch, you go to different dogs, man, them Eli dogs be popping up. And they'll try to make you say you got an Eli dog because you got a Jeep dog. Oh, that's an Eli dog. But you can't get a dog directly off Eli that can compete. When I say compete, I don't mean they can't compete in the square. I mean production wise. A dog straight off of Eli and a dog straight off of Jeep, he had kind of different production qualities. I think your dogs coming directly off of Jeep would have gave you better dogs producing wise than your dog straight off of Eli. And it's kind of too bad that Mr. Boudreaux was up in his old age by the time these YouTube channels came out. If we'd have caught Mr. Boudreaux maybe a good 15 years beforehand, maybe, we'd have got some good stories about some of that old school Eli stuff, you know. But he was kind of in his old age, and he probably didn't feel like coming up on these channels and wasn't familiar with all this stuff that we be talking about on these channels and different things, you know. Yes, sir, man. That's Paladin we looking at right there. Uh, Jackson's Cold Cat is off Hank and Young's Tina. Oh, let me go back to Termite real quick. Let me go back to Termite because I wanted to check that out. Carolina Kennels Termite. I wanted to check out his offspring, make sure I get on the right list. See, this little list right here ain't got nothing but 3 dogs on it. So we got Hank, 1, Jocko, Skip with Dangerous Dan. We got a champion with Termite. And then we got Selena, which is a champion. Let me go to the other Termite. I thought Termite had more champions up on the his offspring list. All right, we got Trouble right there. Champion Carolina Kennels Cheyenne. Let me go up on the Cheyenne real quick. Nothing up under that one. Got 2-timers up there, but we ain't counting them. Got Trouble. We done added him already. Or her rather. Cyrus. That's what I was looking for. All right, we got Hank, Jocko, Skip the Dangerous Dan, Termite, Cyrus. And then stop after that. But even with Termite and Dangerous Dan and them, that's not nothing but that Jackson's Hank bred back to that Red Boy stuff. Yeah, that Archie said he wanted something off the Atilla or the Gabriel. I had a chance to meet the brothers that own Atilla, though. Pollock's Atilla. I want to say that's what the dog name was. I think that's the name of him. Hey, Showtime say, Garner the man right now. I ain't gonna disagree with you, Showtime. Garner always been the man in his, in his lane, you know. But one thing Garner gotta say, and he gonna have to admit it, he can't deny it. He followed the lead of what a lot of brothers was doing out here on this YouTube stuff, because he wasn't doing no YouTube videos, no Facebook videos the way he doing them now. He seen what we was doing, whether it was me or the next brother or the next brother, you know, and Garner took suit, jumped in doing what he doing with it. And we still ain't seen old Mr. Chico come back with his videos yet. Old Garner done start dropping them videos. Chico disappeared on us. Big shout out to Mr. Powell with them great dogs he was breeding up. Mr. Robinson. Yes, sir, Mad Doctor. I agree with you on that, Mad Doctor. That damn yellow boy, he was throwing them. He was throwing them. But Mad Doctor, you said a key thing earlier when we was talking about Miss Jocko. If it wasn't for Miss Jocko, that's what connect that damn Jackson's Hank with with the dogs that we was getting, the Mayday dogs, the rest of the dogs. If it wasn't for Miss Jocko, that breeding that they made with Miss Jocko. And that's why we speak about Yellow as being so high or such a great producer, because just that one female alone, I didn't even go into and really check all the other dogs, just with Miss Jocko coming down off Jocko. Miss Jocko, the only one that's not titled. You go from Hank to Jocko to Miss Jocko to Yellow to Mayday, from Yellow to Bozak, from Yellow to Big John, from Yellow to uh, uh, Grand Champion Rodney, from Yellow to so many different other dogs. Man, Triple J say the hell with that shit. He going back. Triple J say he be back a little later on down the line. Triple J working on some stories, putting some stories together. Big shout, man, to Triple J wherever he at out there. You know, big shout out to Triple J, man. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I heard some shady stuff, man, that Garner did in the days. Now I ain't gonna lie about that. Man, doctor, what's going on, big homie?
Not much, man. Glad you did the show. Hey, I ain't gonna say you gave me a run, but Miss Jocko took off.
Yeah, she
You
took
know,
off for us. She
and
took off for us.
then I'm looking at it like shit. They all yellow jaw, but Miss Jocko opened it like if you would add a Dirty Mary, Miss Dirty Mary in every damn thing.
Yep,
Like
yep.
you said, it'll take all day to go through all them dogs, just to look at what they done made.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, you ain't lying about that, boy.
But like I was trying to show y'all though, that Detroit line shit. Yeah, like you said, you ain't seen nothing like that besides yellow.
Yep.
Champion coming down off the champion, but they slept on it. They slept on it. That's their business. I didn't sleep on it.
Hey, I always heard about Burtons, Hank, but I never had none of them dogs, man. I slept on them myself. Shit. I'm gonna tell you
Well,
another dog I slept on. I slept on the booze and bark stuff. My brother was telling me he got some hellified dogs off that booze and bark stuff.
I tell you what, Booz and Barks dog, there's some hard biting. We beat a Booz and Barks dog with we beat a Booz and Bark dog with Sid bred to boss daughter. The dog was named Black. I mean, the dog Booz and Bark dog named Black Eyed Pea. That mother could bite, but our dog was named Chucky. That mother bit Chucky a couple of times. You talking about Michael Jackson was on the floor, bro. I'm talking about he stayed between that dog hour for an hour and like an hour and 20 minutes. And
Damn.
then when he scratched the dog, I told my cousin, because my cousin about to let him go. I said, no, 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 no. I said, hold him, hold him. Black Eyed Peas came right in front of Chuck and stood there and took the 10 count. He
Damn.
like, man, no, stay in my eye. Whole face was just swole. He couldn't even see out his eye, but he knew what the dog was. Chuck,
Damn.
after he bit Chuck about 2 or 3 times, he like, hell no, you're not gonna bite me no more. That nigga would glide all night long. Every
Damn.
time he hit the corner, he'll switch. But Black Eyed Peas was pushing. Yeah, but
Damn.
we beat a Busenberg. They bite hard as hell. The reason I say they bite hard as hell, Chuck ain't let them bite him no more.
Yeah, that's how you know he was biting hard.
Man, Chuck ain't let that motherfucker bite him. Man, bro, when I say, like, man, the dog, like, if he get a hold, Chuck going right back crossing between his eyes. And I don't know how he hurted his ass, but he hurted his ass for an hour and 30 minutes. His face was swelled up, but he came dead in front of him. I said, don't let your dog go for now. I said, please don't let your dog go. They took the picture. I said, now it's your turn to go. So let him go. You know, don't do it. Of course, that would be a good. But yeah, bring that dog, bring that bring that dog. Grand champion flag to be dog of the year. Dude, no in Detroit, just followed Ram beat them. Westside hoorah.
You got
I was a little buck.
you got muffled out. You got muffled out on me for a minute, Mad Doctor. You got muffled out. I don't know what.
Yeah, 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 but like I said, Ram had a Booz and Barks dog. That's when everybody started going to Booz and Barks. Cause when
Okay.
Flash beat the year, Dugan Hardcore Kennels, shit, we was in the dough then. Detroit was in the dough then. We were like, shit, bring anybody. We got the money. East side and west side gonna team up against the outer staters. And that was that. But against each other, we ain't give a fuck. East side against west side. If you come from
Yeah.
out of town, shit, everybody put their money in against you. And
Hey,
so
so when
when
when it was
Ram
it,
did that, Detroit just bust wide open.
so who had the best between the east and the west side?
It all depends on because the east side, they got kennels, Yeah, you had Ram, but unfortunately, he passed. But to me, Tony Rogers and Westside Hoorah was running with me nasty back then. So they ain't
Yeah.
give a shit. But the west side, I mean the east side, they had dogs. They had real dogs too. You
Yeah.
know, they the first one started all that Mayday shit. The east
Okay.
side did. They were getting dogs straight off of Victor, sending they bitches, they going down there kicking it with them. They
Yeah.
coming back with damn dogs, mahogany. Man, matter of fact, my homeboy, who brought me in the game, like, you know, he brought me in the game, but we were friendly rivals. You know, hey, we'll go into each other, but we still hung together every day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, man, that nigga showed me a litter of puppies, straight Mayday dog. I don't know what bitch he bred off. I know this whole yard. He know mine. But them dogs, mahogany and black face, they like a motherfucker, bro. I'm talking, they were real. Them hound dog ass here, they were real Mayday dog. And he always, we beat a Mayday dog with Chucky brother, Trouble. His name was Scrape, but he was a Breno Mayday dog, man. You know, J. Rue, I beat 2 Mayday dogs in my lifetime. So
Yeah,
that's why I was high up on it. You know,
yeah.
we just stole what we had. Like I said, we bred Sid to Boss Daughter. We got champion Chucky. We got 2-time winner Snoopy. Then we got 1-time winner Trouble. And
Mm.
then that's the way that line went. Then with Boss was already Boss won 6 and draw 1 time. I never did do Nicole, and I did J. Rue 2 times. So I
Oh
only
damn.
did 8. I only did 8 in my time. But my family, we did a lot of them and went there. You know, we go to the east side.
Yeah, yeah.
After I got in 2004, they took it all the way there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they went way bigger than, you know, like, yeah, they went big. My
Oh
cousin
yeah.
ended up being Boyer's dog named Please Believe It, making it champion. My cousin Joe, he went down south and got some dogs off some kind of Rudolph line. Rudolph. I don't even know the line. But them the you should got to put some more water in. But them the hard to bite dog. Jesse James, then he got number 1, then he got number 2. He sold them dog for $20,000-$30,000 in Ohio. They made champion. So like why they kept going, like 2004, I stopped. After I lost to Tony Rogers, where my dog lost to Tony Rogers, I wasn't there. After I lost to Tony Rogers, True Color, I was done. That was my last dog anyway.
Damn.
You know. He was
Yeah.
bred and he was bred like Boss to his daughter. And he was dead game as a motherfucker. But after that loss, they killed the damn dog, hung the damn dog. Man, I was mad as hell. Because it was they hung Iron Man because the person who was handling the person that was going, Tony Rogers' dog stopped in the middle of the pit. But then the person that was handling the dog let the damn dog go and started the damn dog back up. Now if you would have held the dog and take the 10 count, then it was on you to scratch, then we would have won. But instead you let the dog go and started the motherfucker back up. And so that was
Uh,
the whole thing about that. But after that, I was done.
yeah, them
I
boys.
was dead.
When them boys first started, we first started doing the shows. I want to say going hard. Them boys was speaking highly on brother Tony Rogers.
Tony Rogers, man, he was a character, man. I'm talking like, he was a real character. Nice to be around, but man, you talking about a dog, man.
Yeah.
Number one dog, man. You know,
Damn.
but like when I got out of jail, Boss stayed like year round. Boss gonna stay like about 64. So if I had to break him down to 58 or 56, now he'll 56 pounds. I'm bringing him in at 56. If I had to go to 58, I'd go to 58. But he stayed a 64 year round, so it was easy to put him in shape. Plus, he stayed in shape year round. It was not no damn day, not no day or month that he went in shape. I could just pop him on the chain, drop him a couple of pounds off on him. I'm ready for anybody. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Hey,
But
now.
but when I got out, man, Boss weighed 90 damn pounds, man. I ain't do nothing about a year. I did a year in case got thrown out. And the damn dog weighed 90 motherfucking pounds. Man, I'm like, what the fuck? Like hell
Damn.
fucking hell. Then he breathed up. I'm like, what the fuck you doing about? No, nigga, you want to feed him. I was like, I ain't never fed him that much food. Well, I fed him up to you. I feed him until you get full. Well, you got my damn dog, 90 pounds. Ain't no way in here I could break him back down to 64. So I was upset about that, but I did have puppies. I had puppies out of Boss and his daughter. That was Iron Man and his 2 sisters. But after that, Roger lost extras. 'Cause my dog, like Boss went up like about 3.5 going on 4. So I know he had some more in him. I'm gonna take him to 5 years old.
Yeah.
5
Eh,
times 7 is 5 times 7. I don't know what it is.
35.
Yeah, dog. I said I'm gonna tell them keep about 35 years old in age, and then I'm gonna let them be done.
Yeah.
And so, but
Hey,
unfortunately,
when it come to Dirty Mary, what do you think she take after more Burtons, Hank, or the Bolio side?
I think she throw more of the with the Eli stuff. I think she throw most of the Hank shit. Cause
Yeah.
like a lot of people say Hank dog's turn, but goddamn, I ain't never seen mine do all that squirrely shit. You know, like just turning, just this and that. No, no, I ain't never seen mine do that. Never, not one.
Yeah.
It was just to me, hey, my dog, most of my dog was face dogs and shoulder dog. I had one dog was a back end dog that I loved. That was J. Rue. I loved him, and I did Boss. Even though Boss might have won the most, but I like the way J. Rue was set up. He was like, shit, nigga, I'm getting to that ass, and you, when I get back there, you're not gonna take me out. I'm staying. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boss was a smart, intelligent ass dog. Like if your dog was sorry as fuck, he'll lay there for 30 minutes until I tell him to get up and do something. But if your dog was tough as fuck, I ain't had to tell him shit. He knew to do it off rip. So that's like I ain't had to do too much with him. But keep him in shape because you were hard. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard 30 minutes or 40 minutes. You were sorry. We'll lay down. I'll let him lay down for about 40 minutes. Man, your dog ain't doing shit. Then we're gonna beat you. I tell that mother get up, he'll kill you. He'll kill your dog you didn't pick up. So I wasn't too
Yeah.
much worried about him.
Yeah.
I had good dogs. Me and my cousin, we all had good dogs. But Detroit was so competitive, bro. I mean, you talking about competing, man. I mean, shit. Before you see East Side people in Detroit, you got the man whoop on the West Side. Make the East Side nigga want you. And that's where it was with the West Side. Nigga, you ain't did nothing on the East. Nigga, you ain't did nothing. See me, you
Yeah.
had to do something. That's how it was here, until that shit got outrageous with the police and raid and shit.
And
I
that's just
guess it happened everywhere like that at that time, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
When they were changing over, she came first and we ain't nothing but a slap on the damn wrist. Hey, you can't have dogs, maybe put you in jail and all that shit. But now, that shit totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Just came outside to get my damn beer to go up my damn cigarette. But man, I'm glad you did that show. But that damn Miss Jocko, that Miss Jocko, through that yellow shit, yeah, that's what stand out. Cause when you went to Termite and Dangerous Dan them, they ain't really coming through like Miss Jocko.
Nope. Nope.
And I can
Nope.
say the same thing about Hank. I mean Burns Hank. All the males is not standing out like Dirty Mary. So it's pretty like I'm saying, like you were telling people,
Yeah.
it's pretty much fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, yeah, I do what Hank line you like.
Yeah.
You know,
You're right
I
about
know
that.
Miss Jocko putting them out there. Dirty Mary putting them out there. So the bitch is
Mm.
producing more than the males to me. Or
Hey,
throwing them out.
that's what it look like this now.
They what
Shit.
it looking like. You know,
You, you,
if
you
you
had
want
some
for
good.
Miss Jocko, if you want for Miss Jocko, it wouldn't be no damn yellow.
Nope. Well,
Then you put yellow in everything. I don't give how much yellow you got in, but you still got a touch of Jocko in it.
yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
But man, it's all about what you like. What you.
You think it'd be fair to say that all bloodlines give you all different styles when it comes to far as rear end, chest, leg, ear suckers. Um,
Now
you
you
might get.
know, I wouldn't want a category like this because I'm gonna show you something. Like I said, the guy that brought me in the game, he showed me some pure water dogs. And when you read the papers, that's what it said. Wilders, wilders, wilders.
Yeah.
Them dogs, they'll eat a person up. And they will come in and they'll get with a dog. They'll get with a dog. But the only thing was they had good mouths, but the bitches like to glide. They were Michael Jackson dogs.
Damn.
The mother they damn they had a good mouth, but shit, then they'll scratch a couple of times. That wasn't what we wanted though. And so my cousin had one. She really wanted shit, brown sugar one. We found out she wanted shit. And then we bred her to a bandit dog, one of them old Mount Man bandit dogs that got Kaiser. And then I got out of that litter, I got Charlie Baltimore. She was a nice little pup. She was nice, for her to be a bandit and a wilder dog. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think a different line producer, like might throw something different. But I think every line can learn something different. Cause like everybody be talking them Hank dogs turn, bruh. I ain't never
yeah,
seen my dog show no sign, not one of them. And I had three of them, Boss, Nicole, and Jay Ruth. My cousin had Frank. And then like I said, when we bred Sid on top of the boss stuff, we got they mouth wasn't hard as boss them, but shit, they were game and talented. They know
yeah.
how to hold a hole. So like I said, all in all, man, we did good. We ain't lose that much. And we went into some nice people. People knew who we were. But all that big ass, like 100 people, 2,000 people in the crowd, now we ain't go for that. Like maybe about 10 or 15 people on each side, not no damn 30 or 40. You know,
Mr. Burton still living, right?
I have no idea. They say Daddy's still living.
Yeah, I
They
think he
said
is.
I ain't heard about say rest in peace. You know they're gonna rest in peace. Dog man, someone said die, they rest in peace in there.
Yeah, I think he's
You
still
know?
living. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Well, he probably everybody ain't into getting on social media and talking and or whatever. But shit, that'd be
See,
some good stories that we can get some good stories from him.
what I'm trying to do is, like when like me, I just had to start partying and shit, living my wild ass lifestyle, trying to keep my shit. My damn shock machine be going off for me partying too hard, and that shit don't feel good. So I'm trying not to get shocked no more this summer, which I can't promise, but I'm trying not to. But
Yeah,
I was trying to, I'm gonna try to search around and get original bounty hunter on here, cause he was part of, my cousin liked him. And he had the son to my dog. He came up, he pulled up in my yard and all that shit. Telling me, man, I heard your dog this and that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, blah, blah, split. He said, well, this is father Yankee, man. That motherfucker look like Nicole. He looked like Nicole instead of boss. Nicole
yeah,
looked more terrier like. She looked like more like a cherry. He looked more like a cherry, but boss more like a bulldog. And I turned him away, but my cousin picked him up. You know what I'm saying? And I went into him. I mashed into him for 2,500 with his own. He went against his own shit and picked up. And
damn,
so really about her, he was a great friend to my cousin. He support over dog. He turned it on to Dunn and Kevin Lee, some white boys out in Wave Fraud. They had decent dog. Yep, we got Kaiser from them. We got a couple of dogs from them. I went into
damn,
buying dog. I had my own damn dog. I had Boston Nicole. I ain't need no dog.
yeah, damn,
When I got ready to have a puppy, I just breed Boston Nicole and get the puppies away that I didn't want and keep the one that I did. And that was sold, dog.
damn. Big shout out to Uncle Willie in the building. Salute to you, Uncle Willie.
I can't see the chat, but shout out.
Yes, sir, man.
But them damn, but man, when I'm looking at it though, that yellow was a motherfucker though. You know
Yeah, yeah,
the way he produced it. Much as I don't like Mayday dog, I ain't say 'cause I ain't never had one. So you know what I'm saying. Like I said, we 2-0 versus that shit. So,
yeah,
but Mayday produced some nice ass dog too. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like as of today, I don't know what it is today. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when I seen
yeah,
it back then, did none of that shit work in Detroit. The only
yeah.
red boy dog that worked back here, the only red boy dog that worked it was Cruz Rocky, Clay Woodall, the
Yeah,
Porch Clean.
that Cruise Rocky stuff was
I
some
ain't
good
worried about
stuff
him
too.
making so commotion. Grand Champion Hercules by Muscle and Thunder. That's the only dog that red boy dog that I know that made you had champions, but Grand Champion, Muscle and Thunder had he a type of person. He stayed 4 blocks away from me. I mean, I can hop right on Buena Vista and walk to his house. And he already knew who Boss was. He started talking about he got a one-time win and then he got a chip. I'm like, shit, let's hook it up. Then my cousin, like shit. If I get 2,500, my cousin gonna put the other 25 up. But this time my cousin like, nigga, I'm gonna put the whole thing up because we want this nigga. He been ducking us. The nigga told us 54. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm not coming up on the 56. But he told you, yeah, 54, 54.
Damn.
But then I tell a nigga, meet me at 55. So what the fuck? You come up when I drop down one. He never did do it. Then come out. Then when you look at the, then when you look in the, when you look at the dog, champion paired in the journal, telling me he would catch weight. So why you couldn't catch balls? Cause he knew what kind of game we was running.
Yeah.
Some people, AJ, ain't going to you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to me, I don't know, like, cause like when I seen him go to see, there was a Bolio dog named Champion Boy dog, pure Bolio dog. His name was Champion Doughboy, and then he took Hercules into that, and I'm like, dang, like 30 minutes up, match was over, but I ain't seen nothing impressive,
Yeah.
you
Damn.
know. But that's the only red boy dog, Carl Cruz Rocket dog that I seen, just really got busy up here, Muscle and Thunder. I don't know if he picked that match, but I know I seen him on the east side, so they invite him on the east side, so hey,
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was on the east side when he did with Champion Doughboy, a pure Bolio dog. But that's the only real dog. Rock the Mayday dogs didn't work until like the 2007 and for fours and fives. They started changing it up. They went that pure stuff off. They start like they going down with I was locked up with one of them cats with Stone City Cat. The Stone City Cats came here. They came to Detroit before. They weren't in Detroit, but they was around the area. So they started running that type of stuff. The Buck Dogs.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
cause the
Yeah.
guy that brought me in the game, he the one that bought Boo. I'm talking, man. He like, man, I paid 10. I don't give a fuck what you paid for. They're gonna be my stud, dog. I always talk bad. Like, well, you ain't got shit. I ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. But
Yeah.
the dog was Grand Champion Book, Grand Champion Queen Heart, Bull. And you already put the charcoals on the grill. Yeah, they finna get ready. Yup. You want me to soak them down? I got you. Just start patting them up. How you gonna see though? No, just go start my grill. I get the grill started. They on their way to come out. They done. I'm done already. You ain't done shit. All right, watch when you get on there. When the grill get on and all that shit, I'm gonna see. I just want to see you talking you done. I don't give a shit what you make. I just want to see how you gonna cook burgers in the damn dark, motherfuckers, dummy ass people. Like I said, man, I had fun in that bulldog guy
Oh
for
yeah.
sure. Man, I'm finna start my cousin ragged ass grill up and get back in the chat. You
All
know.
right. Hey, I
All right,
appreciate you
bro.
coming up rocking with me tonight, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you rocked that little show to show the world, hey, shit, Hank ain't, shit. Shit, Hank the same dog everybody else got. Jeeps and all that shit. Depending on what you like. You drive a
Yep.
Volvo, motherfucker, I might drive a Volkswagen, you know?
Yep. Yep. You right about
But-
that, now.
So I'm gonna hop back down in the chat, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you. Terrence say he didn't like Mayday back in the days, but like Mad Doctor say, he did produce some good dogs. Did produce some good dogs. I didn't like Mayday stuff back then either, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't like it either. But he produced some hellified damn dogs. We didn't look at that. We just looked at that. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with me tonight, man. I wanted to speak on it. Jackson's Hank versus Burton's Hank. I'm gonna say it like this: it's no real definitive winner. Like the brother said in the chat, John Denver. No matter which way you go, you're gonna get you a good dog. If you got a heavy bred Burton's Hank dog, heavy bred Jackson's Hank dog, you should be, in the right direction. And the Burtons Hank stuff, we see that a lot of that in the Boyle stuff, a lot of that cross to the Eli, the Bolio stuff that did very, very well. We see the Jackson Hank and the Red Boy stuff, which is Red Boy Jocko and your Red Boy, your Jeep stuff, and your Red Boy Rascal and Red Boy Jeep Rascal and stuff like that. Cross into the Jackson Hank dog. Jackson Hank was bred a little bit less, but we can't necessarily say it was bred less just off of the pedigree platforms alone, because a lot of dogs weren't entered on the platform. I know major dog breeders that never entered their dogs in the online pedigrees, and the people who bought their dogs had to enter them in there. So you got a lot of people like that, man, and a lot of breeders ain't showing. You know, a lot of breeders ain't showing, man. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight, man. Y'all stay safe out there, like I always say. Stay legal out there when it comes to these bulldogs. The stuff that we talking about is history. You can't do that stuff no more. It's ancient history. I'm gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Good old days, the ticket days, the blue ticket days, the days when you might go to a show and see the sheriff there, see the state troopers there, the judges there, and it wasn't no big deal. Now, I promise you, these brothers get in so much trouble. If they see a judge there, if they see a state trooper there, if they see them type of people there, they gon' tell them folk on them. As a judge at the dog fight, it's a state trooper at the dog show, it's a sheriff at the dog show, you know. So hey man, it is what it is, man. Let me see what Archie talking about right here. Say you did an interview with old head who told you Hank was only. Yeah, you're right, Archie. I've been trying to find that interview, man. I believe Archie. I believe I'm gonna have to go back. Archie said I did an interview with a brother that was talking about Hank, and that's why I'm putting them on the clock interviews up, Archie. That's gonna be my goal. I gotta go back because this one ain't on my video that I got named. Me and that brother must have went on a live or something like that one time, because we was talking about the Hank dog, and he was the boy's partner. I can't remember. He said he was kennel partners with Jackson, the Jackson Hank stuff, or what. But I'm gonna go back and find that video, man. If I haven't posted up already, I'm gonna go back and find out because I remember doing that. I remember doing that video, and I'm gonna put it in the on the clock episodes or whatever. That way you can find it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever brothers looking for it. Yes, sir. Detroit definitely in the building. And one thing about it, Detroit is just one city in Michigan, man. Michigan Bulldoggers in the building for sure, man. All the brothers across Michigan, bulldogging. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit is just one city, man. I know brothers bulldogging like that in Detroit. They was bulldogging like that in Flint, and they were bulldogging. Well, not necessarily saying they was bulldogging like them Detroit brothers was, but you got bulldoggers all over Michigan, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all brothers stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. Do the right things with these dogs so we can preserve them the right way and keep them, have them 20 years from now. We can still be having these dogs bred like they say they bred. You know what I'm saying? Dogs off of Hank, they really Hank dogs. Dogs off of Yellow, really Yellow dogs. They ain't no bootleg Hank dogs. Burtons Hank or Jackson's Hank. They ain't no bootleg Yellow. We got to preserve them the way they got to be preserved, and that way we can still have this shit bred the right ways, looking like they supposed to be looking, you know what I'm saying, and doing what they supposed to be doing. It's your boy PBK9s. I'm on the PBC. Thank you to the brothers down in the chat, man. Thank you to Mad Doctor, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.